Hey everybody, welcome to our weekend check-in video for PSY-45 Research Methods for Saturday, June 25th. And as I'm always going to do on these weekend videos, I'm just going to go over a few items, clarifications, reminders, anything I think you need to know that will help you be successful in our course. So I hope you're watching these because they're going to be pretty short and to the point, and will easily get you up to speed on what you should be working on or what's going on in the course. So first up, you've all finished our first week on our course, and so hopefully you're all set up now. You got your mind tap set up, you're working on your quizzes and discussions there. You understand how the homework works, you understand how the videos work and lecture outlines, etc. there. And one thing, and certainly you all understand you have to click each item in a unit in the order you find it in order to move forward. Again, as I say in the welcome video and that orientation video that I posted there earlier, that you have to open up each item in the order you find it to move forward, and the only reason that you won't be able to get to an item in a unit, so if something looks like it's quote grayed out and you can't click it open, the only reason for that would be that you haven't opened up everything above that item that you want to get to. So please use those green check marks that you'll see, kind of a little Hanzo and Gretel trail you can use there to see where you've been and where you haven't been, and that way you can easily figure out, oh, I didn't click that one, so I need to open it up, and then you'll be fine, you'll be good to go to move forward. One thing to add here about moving forward is that once a unit is open, you can work ahead as much as you want. You can do all the quizzes, you can do all the discussions, you can do all the mind taps there. There's no reason you can't do all those things ahead of time. The only item you can't get to ahead of time there is the unit exam that has a 3-day window. And so only during those 3 days is that exam accessible, and outside of those 3 days you can't get to it. But everything else is open, so it's always a good idea to work ahead if you can, and that way you don't have to worry about missing anything there. Just a heads up here too, the Chapter 3 quiz and discussion, that's due today on Saturday the 25th, and your quiz and discussion for Chapter 4 is due next Tuesday on the 28th there. And by the way, the feedback I provide to you for your discussion board comments there, that's private only to you, it's not public, so do take a look at the comments that I post on your remarks there, because I do want you to take a look at that, and it is helpful usually there, and especially if you didn't get the full points, I'll explain what happened there with that. So do check out that feedback there. It's not terribly lengthy, but it's hopefully you'll find it helpful. Next up here, also a reminder, as I show in the welcome video and as I show in the orientation video there, make sure that you know where to find the due dates for all of your assignments and the due times as well. Remember, you can click on the syllabus link in the course menu, you can click on the calendar link in the Canvas main menu, and you can see all the assignments all in one place, and I show you how to do that in that welcome video and that orientation video that you'll find in the announcements. So do check that out. It'll make your life a lot easier, so you don't have to worry about when's the next set of assignments coming up due, because that's the most important thing, of course, to stay on top of in an online format like this, is when are the assignments going to be due, right? Okay. Next up here is that your first unit exam will be next week on June 29th through July 1st. That's next Wednesday through Friday, so it's a 3-day window. You've already gotten an announcement about that, so do check out that announcement there on Canvas. Part of the announcement advises you to take a look at the study guide. You'll find the study guide right above the link to the exam at the very bottom of Unit 1 there. And pay careful attention to that study guide, especially there are 2 areas on the study guide that you'll find italicized with some asterisks all around it. That's the content that your 2 short answer essay questions on the exam is going to be based upon. So really prepare for that well, and when you do answer those short answer essay questions, do not just copy and paste material from your textbook, because I know the textbook pretty well, so I'm going to know that, and that's cheating and plagiarism, and that can get you into trouble, and you won't get any points if you do something like that. So please be careful to put things in your own words. You will get an announcement to forewarn you about that early next week. Also, don't forget, and this is also in that exam announcement I posted earlier this week, that your mind tap assignments are due at 11:59 p.m. Right before the day the exam opens. So if the exam is open Wednesday through Friday, you have to have your mind taps done on the Tuesday before. That's June 28th by 11:59 p.m. Okay? And remember, with the mind tap assignments there, in case you haven't done them yet, you only get one chance to get a question right. If you get it wrong, it's like, that's it, you don't get a second chance, so you can't keep on answering until you get it right. You have to put a little effort in, and all the information they test you on is from your book there as well. Remember, the ebook is part of mind tap. The only exception that's not from your book, there are these initial items in every chapter assignment on MindTap that are called Spotlight on Research, and that's something that's unique to MindTap. They just describe a simple study and they ask you a few questions about it. So, but again, you get one chance to get everything right, so do be careful when you provide your responses there, okay? Next up is Unit 2 will open up on Thursday next week on June 30th, and again, you can work ahead. So I always open up the next unit on the second day that an exam from the previous unit is open there. For those that take it the first day, then you can go ahead and just get to work the next day there if you want to. And as I already said earlier, do work ahead. Do your quizzes, do your discussions, do your mind taps, knock that stuff out of the way, and you'll be up to speed on things. Next up here is a big item that part 1 of your APA style literature review paper is due next Thursday, June 30th. Remember, and there's full instructions there you'll find under the Unit 5 of our course material, so scroll down past Unit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Underneath Unit 5, you'll see a dedicated APA literature review module there. You'll see an area that's labeled Instructions for Component 1. You want to take a look at those instructions. At the very top of those instructions, there's a little short how-to video where I kind of walk you through some screenshots and show you what you need to do. There's also a sample completed first part of the paper, and so do take a look at that as well. And remember, as I say in the instructions there, your topic must be on something from the area of social psychology. And there is a link to a free online social psychology ebook, just in case you don't have a social psych book laying around there, so you can get some really good ideas about what you might want to do your ultimate review on. But what you're only going to turn in for this first part of the paper is your topic. For example, maybe it's on the topic of altruism, which is helping behavior. You also have to turn in a thesis statement. That is how you're going to approach your topic. So for example, you might want to look at, well, are there gender differences when it comes to altruism or helping behavior? Simple as that. And then you also have to have 10 APA style references, and your references must be from scientific research articles, so not books, not magazines, not newspapers, not blogs, not psychology websites. They have to be actually from pieces of actual scientific research, you know, what we call journal articles in our business here, and make sure that you have those. When you look at the sample that I have there for the completed assignment, you'll see there's a reference page there, and it shows you how all that's formatted there, so do check that out. Don't forget you have your pocket guide to APA style. There's a dedicated link to that. From the MindTap module there on our course page. There's all kinds of examples there, and I tell you what chapters to look at to get help with formatting. There's also the FCC library website also has an APA formatting area there too. So lots of good resources. Just don't wait to the last minute, and you shouldn't have any trouble getting that all together there. And there is a dedicated upload area, a submission area right underneath the instructions for component 1. You'll see it right beneath it. It says submission area there. And so you're going to upload your file, and your file must be only in Microsoft Word. All of you have free access to Word. If you click on the Office 365 link on any Canvas course page, you'll have free access to Word there, so make sure it's in Word. I will not accept any other format, and do not email me your submission either. It has to be uploaded to that submission area. It's really easy to do that there. Clear instructions, just check it out, and you just don't wait till last minute, and you shouldn't have any trouble. One final thing, and you'll see at the bottom of the instructions for part 1 and the bottom of the submission area, and this is on your syllabus too, there is a late policy regarding submissions that are after the original due date and time. So if you submit it after Thursday, June 30th, there's a 10% deduction just for being late, and there's additional 5% deductions for every day thereafter, and after 72 hours from the original due date and time, you won't be able to submit at all. The submission area locks out. So you have a 3-day window that you can turn it in late, but I highly recommend that you turn it in on time. That way you won't lose any points. And do note at the bottom of the instruction area there, I do have a rubric file there. Click that open there, and you'll see what may cost you some points if you get some things wrong regarding your formatting, because that's what most students have an issue with, is they just don't format the references in correct APA style. But I put some stuff in there in the rubric to help you avoid some common beginner's mistakes if you haven't done APA style before. But look at that sample submission there that I provide for you, and look at the references, how they're formatted in your Pocket Guide to APA style, and you should be good to go, especially when it comes to journals, because journals are very consistent in how you format them, and pretty easy actually once you get used to it. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I went just a little longer than I was thinking I was going to, but thought of a few more things I wanted to get out there. They're usually about 5 minutes here, but if you have any questions in the meantime, feel free to email me via the system on Canvas, and I'll be glad to get back to you. Many of you already have, and you probably notice I get back to you right away. And so don't hesitate to do it if you need something. Otherwise, good luck, have a good weekend, and keep up your good work on your assignments. And I'll see you on Monday if you can make it for that live session at 11 o'clock. If not, I'll be here again every Saturday for you. So take care until then.